you had several different quarterbacks at USC during your career there. Is there anything from that experience that, I know it's a different level now, but is there anything you can carry over now as you try to learn a new quarterback, especially in what's become a really condensed offseason?
Yeah. So that approach that I took is just taking, I'd say just taking like responsibility, and don't blame it on it being a bad throw or late throw, just like catch it. So that's kind of the mindset that I have after that experience.
Zach Kiefer?
Hey, Michael. With the challenges of the offseason, and I know I've only had a couple months with the team, what have you gotten out of the last couple months with the Colts? I mean, I know you've been working out with Jacob Eason out west, and I know you guys have had a lot of meetings. Have you been able to get a lot out of them?
Oh yeah, I mean, like it just gives us more time to learn the offense and those small mental cues and keys that actually make plays work. So in a sense, it almost helps us more because we get more classroom time.
Joel Erickson?
How'd those throwing sessions with Jacob Eason come about, and what did you kind of get out of those with throwing with him and Dezmon?
Yeah, so I knew that they were both out there. So I texted them, and that's pretty much how it started. Like I just said, hey, like I just texted them, and I was like, hey, like let's throw, and through that we basically just like developed fellowship and just like a early relationship, and it's just good to like know people before you move out to a place that you've never been. So it just gives you a sense of like belonging, I guess, because you already have that, I guess. So like it was a good deal. So it's a good thing that we did that.
Dave Griffiths?
Hey, Michael, kind of along those same lines, you told us a couple months ago after you got drafted that you felt like Indy was a good fit for you. And now that you've been through meetings, you've got to know more people in the organization and other rookies as well. Just what can you say now about the fit being here with the Colts?
Yeah, I mean, actually, so the first day I was feeling kind of homesick. And then after that practice, I felt good. I felt like I was home. I felt like all of my teammates were very welcoming, and it just made everything easier because everybody is so cool. So I think that we have a real family style team, and I can't wait.
Andrew Walker?
Hey, Michael. I know you're going to be expected to line up really anywhere, but Frank Reich said he really envisions you primarily in that X receiver role. Just a couple quick questions. What are some of your primary responsibilities in that role specifically, and how do you feel that suits your game?
Yeah, so probably the X responsibility is to go deep, to block, run slants, goes, and posts, and really just like have those like tough down catches. And I feel like that's what I can do because I am a big body, strong, fast guy, and I feel like that is made for me. So I'm excited for it.
And I just had a quick follow-up. Do you expect to face a lot of press coverage kind of lined up at the outside, and where are you kind of at in terms of shedding that press coverage off the line?
I don't really know what to expect because I haven't really studied other teams yet, but it's probably just going to be a mix of both in terms of like shedding press. I think that I'm good at it, and yeah.
Jim Mallow.
Hey, Michael. Just wanted to ask about the receivers coach, Mike Grubbs. We haven't really got a chance to know him yet, and was wondering what it's been like working with him and how he's been able to help you so far early on in this process.
Yeah, so Coach Groh is a very knowledgeable coach. I've learned basically everything from him. And just learning the new language, details, route concepts. And I think that he's doing a very good job with us and with the vet guys.
Does it help at all that he's got some experience in the college game as well, and as well as in the pros?
I mean, it's just the more years you have, the more experience. So I would say, yeah.
Stephen Holder.
Hey, Michael. I'm wondering if you could speak to this. What is kind of the challenge of asserting yourself and being really confident in yourself as a rookie, but also kind of having that balance, I am a rookie and I got to sort of ease into this, especially when you don't have an off season in person. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you have to be confident, but you can't be so I'd say you got to be confidently quiet. So you have to be confident enough to make plays, but when a vet says something, you have to be confident enough to take that constructive criticism, and you have to know your place. So, and that's something that my dad taught me, and it's something that makes sense to me. I don't really take it as he's trying to he's trying to embarrass me. I just take it like he's treating me like he treats every other rookie. So just don't get in your feelings and be quietly confident.
Mike Chappell.
Yeah, Michael, I assume you're in town, correct?
Yes.
When did you get in town?
I got in town on Monday.
Is it, again, without having all that you've done on Zoom, which is invaluable, I guess how important has it been to at least get out there with Phillip and some of the receivers and sort of feel like you're, I don't know if you say not more of a part of the football team, but you're more out there doing what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, so basically this week has almost made it real because up to this, I hadn't been here. I hadn't really ran routes with anybody except for Jacob and Dez. So it just makes it more real, and also it helps us get those physical reps because they don't always look the same when they're on paper.
Have you had a chance to work with T.Y. yet? Has he been in town?
Yeah, so T.Y. is around, and I've actually learned a lot from him. So I'm just looking forward to getting with him and just learning more from him.
Thank you.
Mike Wells.
Hey, Michael. Obviously, you got a NFL background with your father playing, but you spent a lot of time with TJ, working out with him. What's the biggest advice he has given you as far as preparing for playing his position in the NFL?
He says that nothing else matters except release and top of the route. So just really focusing on that and really just keying into those skills and pretty much just polishing them up and being the best that I can be in that facet.
George Bremer.
I think after the draft, Jim Irsay mentioned your name compared to Reggie Wayne. Wondering, one, how you feel about the comparison, but two, are there any receivers who you kind of base your game on? Anyone you pattern what you do after?
Yeah, I mean, when Mr. Irsay said that, like, that was probably like one of the biggest compliments that I've ever gotten from like a coach or owner. And I try to model my game after, well, I don't really model after anybody because I don't want to try to be somebody else. Like, I have to be the best Michael Pittman. But guys that I like to watch film on and kind of just see what works for them: Mike Evans, Mike Thomas, Julio, Brandon Marshall, Larry Fitzgerald does like really good stuff. And I say those are my guys that I like to watch that I think I have similar traits to. So, yeah, those are my guys.
Joel Erickson.
Hey, is the entire rookie class here for the players only workouts, and just like how many guys you guys have out there? Is it pretty much full team?
Yeah. So we have a decent sized group. So like it's like not a big group, but we have enough to get good work in. So that's pretty much like how we're doing it.
Steve Holder.
Along the same lines, when you get the opportunity to actually do some on-field work, does it give you a sense of where you're at? Because you've been talking about classroom stuff up to this point, in theory. Now that you're actually doing it, how is it going? Do you feel like you're able to carry out what you learned?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything is going good. I feel like there's always going to be things that need to be worked on, things that need to be ironed out, which is going to come with being young. But for the most part, I feel like I got a grip on what we're doing. So